Hey guys, this is Ollie with 10 Points to Ponder, and one of the things that I've lately been pondering is this media narrative that is promoting this anti-Asian discrimination and hate crimes. And one of the things that I wonder is this being used to get us to forget that COVID-19, which has wrought all of this destruction to the United States, actually originated from China? Here's Don Lemon on CNN Tonight to make my point for me.
We don't know yet whether the shooting spree that killed 8 people in and around Atlanta, 6 of them Asian women, we don't know yet whether it was a hate crime. At least not according to police. We know what we think in our heads and where that takes us, right? Where common sense takes us. But police haven't declared it that yet, so let's see. But we know hate crimes are on the rise. We know that for sure. And we know Asian Americans across this country are terrified.
Wait, pause right there. Do we know that for sure? Do we know that hate crimes are on the rise? Or is it simply now any crime that's being done against a minority or an Asian person, anything that you do against them is immediately looked at as a hate crime? Whereas if a crime is done against a white person or someone that doesn't enjoy the protection of having an intersection of oppression, then it's just a normal crime. Case in point, 2 kids go and burn a homeless white man, and we have no media coverage of it. If the races had been reversed, don't you think that this country would also be burning right now? Let's move on to Don as he spews his stupidity.
So that's Atlanta police, and here's what they're saying. They're saying that they don't have a position on whether this is a hate crime, but nothing is off the table, okay? And nothing's off the table. But we do know that the President Biden, and Vice President Harris are set to meet with Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms, and Asian American leaders are doing that tomorrow. Even before this horrible case, though, these terrible murders, Asian Americans face rising hate.
So let's get back to reality. If you've read anything about these murders that occurred in Atlanta, one of the things you have to remember is that they occurred at apparently 3 massage parlors. 6 Asian women were killed, which is terrible and a tragedy. But when the actual shooter, a 21-year-old man, was questioned, the first thing that he said was that he did it because he suffered from sex addiction, and essentially in some misguided, crazy mindset, he decided that he was going to get rid of the cause of his temptation. But somehow they take this, and Keisha Lance Bottoms especially took this, the police's investigation into what happened, and decided that she didn't like that narrative because it didn't support what her cronies and the higher-ups within the Democratic Party wanted, which was to start labeling this a hate crime. And CNN right now is being complicit in essentially foisting victimization and fear and hatred on the parts of our Asian neighbors. Let's move on with Don Lemon, and now he's going to talk about Trump.
Like I said, we know where the hate comes from. Look, we shouldn't dance around this. We should not pretend that we haven't heard it with our own ears over and over and over and over.
At that time, we called it the Wuhan virus, right?
Because it came from Wuhan.
Of the Wuhan virus allowed the disease to spread all over the world.
Which is true.
Kung flu. I can name 19 different versions of them. Kung flu. You know, it sounds like, see, I like the China virus.
Because it came from China.
The plague from China.
Because it came from China.
I could call it from COVID to China virus.
It came from China.
The plague. I call it the China plague.
It came from China.
The whole world got hit with the China virus.
From China.
Incredible people and families who suffered so gravely from the China virus. It's a
It's
horrible
from
thing that was
China.
put onto the world.
So, there you go. Like all of the hate and racism in this country, it was here before the Trump presidency. It will.
So, naming something by its correct geographical place of origin is now hatred. And that's what I'm talking about. It seems to me that ultimately all the rhetoric against anti-Asian hate is actually meant to silence you and make you forget the fact that this came from China. Those are my thoughts. What do you think? Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. There's far more of this. This is about all I can stand of Don Lemon, so I won't keep on watching this stupidity. But what do you think about this? Is it being used actually to make us forget the fact that this originated in China? This has been 10 Points to Ponder.